Tom Clancy was a very popular spy author, right? And he got his name on a little video game called Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. It was the very first in a series of awesome games. I didn't play this one in 1998. It came out August 21st. I did miss out because I never realized that well, you can talk about this more, but we were talking about this before the show. I never realized that it was like really about not only like obviously tactical team-based stuff, but it was really easy to die, and you just be put out of the game right away.
That was
you
the
have
point.
to wait.
There was
really
you
funny.
get shot, you don't lose health, you're gone.
Basically. You can maybe take a hit, and then that second one will drop you. But it was a one-shot, one-kill proposition most of the time.
And it was all about, a lot of the shooters, like, Quake, were all about speed and getting really good at just the controls and the twitchiness of it all. This game was about meticulously planning something, right? Like being careful, sneaking up, but also collaboration. It had an 8-player co-op mode. You could play with your friends against the AI, or you could do 8v8 against your friends, right?
It had tons of amazing
So how did
missions.
you do that planning?
Well, so they had this really clunky interface where you're looking at a blueprint of the level, and it's either you're infiltrating a dam or a villa.
Could you talk to your friends?
There's an amusement park. You had to have a separate VoIP program. Like you had to set that up separately. It wasn't built into the game. This was way back when everything was like third party. And
Roger Wilco and all those.
You had to do all
But
this.
people did that. They went through that trouble.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
Or you played at LAN, right?
Yeah, and it was the type of game that like the audience that was attracted to that game cared about that enough to get invested in it. But the planning was just so laborious. And you had these different teams, and you would move them out, and you drew little lines for where you wanted them to go, and had different like call signs or different go codes for different parts. Like you guys wait at this door till I press this button, and then burst through the door, while I'm in this other part of the level, rescuing a hostage or disarming a bomb. And it was the worst part of the game. I mean, it was so essential to I think what they were trying to do, but you ended up spending more time planning than you spent executing the mission.
It seemed so cool. When you first did it, you're like, I can't believe you get to plan this assault, and it made you feel good. And then after 3 games, you're like, I wish I didn't have to play.
After 3 games, what you did is you divided your squad up into 3 teams, and you just left them all at the start and took each team out individually till you got them killed, and then you'd start with the next team and bring them out.
Exactly.
That reminds me, they're still showing off in the new Rainbow Six games. They show these people like intricately coordinating. They read off a script, like in the E3 demo, and like that's the allure of them, is that you're supposed to work with your friends. I have never had that many people I could work with proactively on a video game in my entire life. So I can't believe you guys had a good experience with this at the time.
We did. I mean, it was fun in single player. The AI was pretty good.
Well,
you
yeah,
have those
single
things
player,
where 2 guards are next to each other and you shoot one guy and he falls and the other guy's just still looking around. So there were some of those limitations towards the late 90s. But
some deaf players.
It was super fun. I mean, the idea that you could play a shooter that wasn't like Quake, where these guns maybe had the effect on the in-game avatars that they would have in real life, made it really tense. And it was a very thoughtful, slow game that all of a sudden would erupt in this sort of frenzy of like shooting and oh my God, who's still alive? And when your guys died in the mission, they were gone for the campaign. So Ding Chavez, if he goes out in the first mission, you're done. You're not seeing Ding anymore.
So just to wrap this up, you made the point earlier that Tom Clancy is kind of a household video game name now.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for us at least, we know Tom Clancy more from the games than we have from the books.
There was in War, the series 2, Rainbow Six,
Splinter Cell, Ghost
Recon. Yeah, there's so many. Tom Clancy became a big video game world.
Yeah.
But at the time, he was an author and had
he had written Hunt for Red October, which was very popular. He had written the book Rainbow Six, which was popular. Patriot games, like all the Jack Ryan stuff. There were a number of movies about that, but nowhere near as successful or as high profile as I think the games are.
And I feel like the name Tom Clancy wasn't that known with the movies, right? Like you knew Patriot games and Harrison Ford.
Tom Clancy wasn't the brand so much.
But Ubisoft really created this brand around any of the kind of tactical espionage stealth games, right?
Well, when I was working for IGN way back in 1998, I was working in North Carolina near the Red Storm studio, and I'd go there and visit those guys all the time. You never saw Tom Clancy there. Like I think it was just a licensing deal for him. He saw, here's a group that knows how to make this game. They'll kick me a couple $1,000s or whatever it was in exchange for the brand recognition of putting Tom Clancy at the top of this thing and using the world I created in the novel.
It's crazy. It's still
look
going.
where it is today.
Still going,